Yeah.
In my opinion, I mean, it's great to people are being polite and they're complimenting your looks, but as a woman, you'd hope it goes beyond that, and you'd hope that as an actor you could be known not just for that, but you can be known for your craft or for your performances. And
but I did have to navigate the whole आप अच्छी दिखो ना, आप अपना opinion क्यों share कर रही हैं? As actors ना, it's also about upping your game. I feel like sometimes there's too much of a pity party going on about what I did not get.
I like that your show is very relatable. It's not lager than life at all.
Yeah.
I'll stop with the puns now. But
I love them.
Yes.
I hope the viewers can barely contain their excitement and they hop on to social media to write about it.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm out of puns now.
Can you just send these
Yeah,
us?
can you just message
We could use
this
it
to
for our
us?
next few interviews.
Yeah. So if you've been on the internet in the last 6 to 8 months, you must have seen that meme template of a woman doing something fun and mardana as it is considered, and then the caption goes, women in male dominated fields. Well, that's exactly what Diana and Tamannaah's characters are doing in Do You Want a Partner, the upcoming Amazon Prime Video show. They are brewing some fun and beer. Tamannaah, Diana, thank you for your time. Welcome to Hindustan Times.
Thank you.
I have to say the show looks beautiful.
Thank you.
It has a very chill vibe.
Thank you.
And I'll stop now because otherwise my puns will just keep flowing. But I gotta ask you both that this idea of women doing something which is considered male dominated is very relatable to every woman regardless of what she does. You must have faced it as well, like for your character faces, like the face of the company. Being reduced to being beautiful, pretty because you're an actor. You must have faced that as well, right?
Yeah, a lot.
So very relatable angst that you brought to the show.
Yes, you're right actually. There's a lot of times when, and I remember we had discussed this, I think the last time when we were promoting, when you're introduced on stage, for example, you go for an event or something, and there'll always be the adjectives will always be, the most stunning, the most beautiful.
Yeah. And for the male actor is talented.
Yeah.
For the female
So
actor
it lacks depth.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I mean, it's great to people are being polite and they're complimenting your looks, but as a woman, you'd hope it goes beyond that, and you'd hope that as an actor you could be known not just for that, but you can be known for your craft or for your performances and for the other work that you do, and for the things that you stand for. And there's so much more to us. So to only be called beautiful and stunning and the effervescent and the lovely, and it's great, but they're huge compliments, but sometimes they just feel a little not enough.
Yeah, you can have that and
exactly,
others as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
Tamannaah, your characters face this one, it's in the trailer as well, that aapki mummy ko nani ko pata hai aap ye kar rahe ho. And that's sort of every time something different you try, that you must have faced that in your life as well once you were probably acting or doing a dance number or something, ki, why are you doing this? Was that a thing?
Yeah, I think essentially people really like it when, I might divert back to what you previously mentioned. I feel like people like it when women are seen but they don't want to hear them. They like it when the woman is just there but not really cerebrally adding anything to the table. And yeah, I think like you said, there is that judgment of अच्छी घर की लड़कियाँ. So, but yeah, I think एक तो पहले औरतों को अपने आप को इंसान के तौर पे देखना चाहिए.
Right.
और मैं हमेशा से अपने आप को मैंने पहले एक इंसान समझा है, ना कि एक औरत या मर्द का. मैंने वो अपने दिमाग में कभी मैंने उसे हावी नहीं होने दिया. So while I always heard these things, I feel like it never really affected me. But I did have to navigate the whole आप अच्छी दिखो ना, आप अपना opinion क्यों share कर रही हैं. But I feel like for me this show is the first time in my entire career I feel so very much heard, so very much like I've actually had the chance to contribute in the creation of what you see today.
Right.
And I have to give it to both my directors, Archit and Colin, even Somen, who is constantly helping us get the scenes better, get it more finished. They actually helped us own all the scenes. So while we were saying something, there was a lot of conviction in it, because it actually, we were a part of the process of arriving at what's being said also in improv. Some things like while scenes were being read, we would be like, oh, but here we feel like as women, we feel like this is what she would probably
Right.
say. And I feel like that credit I completely give to Archit, because he was very sensitive to the fact that he is working with two women, two very powerful women, two different kind of women. हर औरत सेम तरीके से रिएक्ट नहीं
नहीं कर
करती.
सकते.
हर औरत का रिएक्ट करने का तरीका अलग होता है, उसके ट्रिगर्स अलग होते
बिल्कुल.
हैं. एंड वो सेंसिटिविटी के साथ ये स्क्रिप्ट बनी. सो या आई मीन आई for me, being a part of this particular industry, actually a large part of navigation has just been to get that space to add to things creatively. And actually I really want to, it's not because it's an
Right.
interview or anything,
No, please
but
go.
I really want to thank Nikhil Madok from Prime Video and Sahira, because they really let me constantly kind of create this entire show with small
Right.
things which today make it what it is. And it's been a very creatively satisfying experience in my career.
I got to point out one thing. The show is set in Delhi NCR. I'm from there actually.
Ji.
So it has a very vibrant startup culture, but it also has a very vibrant bina mangi advice culture. And we've all said that. So has it ever happened? I mean, I'm sure it has, but what's
Yeah.
the one moment that you remember when you were given business or work advice from your field by
Yeah.
someone who had no idea about it?
Yeah.
And how do you even navigate that, Diana?
All the time.
All the time, right?
Yeah.
You know,
How-
सबसे
from
common
one
बात
comes
होती, sorry,
सबसे
go ahead,
common.
go ahead.
No,
No,
please
आप
say.
बोलो आप.
It's a conversation. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, but sometimes I just like get excited.
No, please.
I'm generally
but
an
he's right, it is
enthucatlet.
a conversation. I mean, the first thought that came to my head is I'm so good at just blanking stuff out.
Right, good.
I'm great at it actually, and that's the only way that you can keep your cool and keep your, I mean, not let things
Not
bother
erupt.
you. And yeah, a lot of things a lot of people say, I just like listen to it and go, ha
Like
ha
for
ha,
example,
and then
if,
the next
if
minute
you,
I've
if you
forgotten
have to
about
point
it.
out one thing that you just, it grinds your gears, it triggers you more. People who had no idea about your profession but would give you sound advice there.
I don't know, it just happens on these small levels on a regular basis. You know, whether it's about how you should pose for a photograph or like how you should end up looking, about like even in terms of like, I sometimes feel that people will give you references. Okay, if you're doing, I don't know, if you're doing a photo shoot, for example. Okay, I'm trying to think of in the film world, but and they want you to stick to that, but in reality what you are doing and the reason you're doing it, you're not, it's not chalk and cheese, right?
Yeah,
You don't have to stick to just one photograph or one idea of something. You can play with it, even if it comes to a character, for example. There's so much you can add, layers. Like, I feel like you don't stick to one box.
But you were saying something about that, what I asked her, that you know, the inputs
हाँ, I
and
mean, ये
bin
इस
mangi
सेट पे
advice.
तो नहीं हुआ है, but
Yeah.
मेरे साथ
Thankfully,
काफ़ी
yeah.
बार ऐसा हुआ है. और ये अक्सर होता है जब लोग अपनी लाइनें बोलते हैं. आपको हमेशा दूसरे एक्टर की लाइनें याद रहेंगी, अपनी खुद की लाइन याद नहीं रहेगी. And this has happened with me, where there was an actor who was not actually an actor, was a regular person who was coming to just, you know, act a small part
Right.
in the film. And I am saying my lines, and I think I gave a take and I forgot some of my lines, so I took another take, and then again forgot my lines, so I took the third take, and then he was trying to tell me my lines, and I was like, yes,
Thank you.
it's always easier on that side of the camera. So yeah, I think something, as in, if I can put this in an anecdotal way,
Yeah.
it starts like this.
It starts like this,
Yeah.
and then you
Yeah.
sort of learn to how to handle it without erupting, like I said.
Yeah.
Because you have to. You can't simply lose your cool at everything, right?
That would, it's not necessary, honestly.
And it won't serve the purpose also.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't. It mostly never does.
I think it's so important to filter everything that comes to you, right? It
Because
just-
in the end, it's your mindset and
Yeah,
your
yeah.
piece that is getting affected. The other
Correct.
person just doesn't
Yeah,
care.
so it's
They'll
like,
forget it, and
I'm not gonna pay
they'll have a
attention.
nice anecdote. The
अरे,
one time the actress
तमन्ना ने
yelled,
बोला था
हाँ,
कि
मैं तो advice दे रहा था, वो
मैं तो
चिल्ला गई मुझ
हाँ,
पे.
वो तो heroine है, so you know.
You know, there's this. This is slightly spoilery, so it will come later. But
Yeah.
there's this one scene in your show where you meet Neeraj Kapoor's character,
Yes.
and you're like, "Uncle kar do na," and he's like, "Auntie hogi tu," and that's such a relatable thing in our industry, because there are a lot of Peter Pans who refuse to understand that they are a certain age that they are.
Yeah,
They still want to be heroes,
Yeah.
while women over 30 are like, "अब भाभी का role करेंगी या माँ का
Yeah.
role करेंगी."
Correct.
Mother of three.
Mother of three. How much of a fight has that been for both of you? That the actor is 20 years older, is playing not if a college guy, at least in his early 20s,
Yeah.
but you are being reduced to mom, sister-in-law, without names, sometimes last names. That
Yeah.
I don't think it's a fight, because you don't even bother getting into it. It's just something that one has come to accept over a period of time, that this is how it is.
That's sad.
It is what it is. I mean, and it's working
Yeah.
for everybody. So then, kind of, it's almost like, who are you to interfere in that process, right? Yeah, I've never really thought about it, but I've made my own decisions about whether I want to be part of something like that or not. So that's the best way to deal with it.
Because there are other aspects
There's
of
so
it.
many
That,
other
yeah,
aspects.
there
You're
are,
not
there
the
are
most important part of a
True,
film.
true. Many
Like-
titles that don't adhere to this and they make it very organically. So you'd rather work with those people
Exactly.
and those.
Yeah.
Tamannaah, for you?
मेरे साथ तो अब तक ऐसा हुआ नहीं है कि I've had to do that, but I do think that as actors na, it's also about upping your game. I feel like sometimes there's too much of a pity party going on about what I did not get. I think as actors we also need to constantly keep evolving and upping our game. If today I am at this age and I expect I get certain characters, I think 10 years down the line, if I want the same kind of work or if I want different kind of work, I have to be that good that is written for me.
Right.
So I think actors have to command that by actually bringing something new to the table. And especially in the times that we are in, where we don't know what's going to do well and we don't know where we're all headed creatively, I feel all the more it's self-evolution is the only way that we can actually evade that situation for real. अब बुरा मानना है अपने आप के लिए तो आप वो तो कर ही सकते हो, but I feel like उसके अलावा अगर आपको genuinely कुछ करना है उसके बारे में तो you should really up your game.
Yeah, you upskill yourself and then you hope. I mean, you don't have to hope, you just go out
there.
It
naturally comes.
It will come. A lot of the show is about jugaad. I mean, it's right there. What's your favorite jugaad from India that you are proud of? You can take some time to think about it if you want.
I have one.
Please go ahead.
Actually, it's not mine. It's my manager's. But one day we were going for a jewelry store opening, and you know, पीछे कान का पेच वो टूट गया कि गिर गया कि कुछ तो हुआ. We couldn't use that original page, and it was real gold. So it was really hard for me to not have a page and have the earring hang. So she got a strong piece of sellotape and then stuck it behind the ear like that and made that hole go through it, and it stayed through the entire event. I went into public. I went to like some 5,000-6,000 people.
Wow.
And it was fine. It's my most memorable jugaad.
You have something like that?
I feel like there's something or the other every day.
Every day,
in this city, you're always jugaruing.
Yeah, 100%.
But like right now, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of something right now, and I think I have. I know I have tissue stuffed into my shoes.
ये तो मतलब next level जुगाड़.
For two reasons. One is to make them more padded and comfortable in the front, so that your toes don't ache, and secondly because I have narrow feet and my heels keep popping out of the shoe from the back, but yet a size smaller is too small.
Yeah.
So stuff it with tissue.
Very relatable things that you said.
Yeah.
I'll just wrap up with one question. In this show, your characters have to deal with men trying to dismiss you because there's no man in your enterprise, and then you sort of have to find your way around that. You must have faced that as well, because I'll tell you this small anecdote that there's a friend of mine who's in her mid-30s and is an editor. There's this one guy who's in his 40s, was looking for a job, called her. Then she said, we don't have an opening, and he said, can I talk to the man in charge?
Ouch. What?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought manager you were going to say.
No, and she's like, goodbye. So this happens to you guys as well. Like you said, you sort of, women are seen but not heard. That's the expectation.
Yep.
How do you even navigate that?
I think लोग थोड़ा सोचते हैं कि वो कुछ एहसान कर रहे हैं वैसे तो. पता नहीं क्यों, but I recently had an experience where I was hiring for something because I'm building something at the moment, and he was a gentleman not from the country, from somewhere outside the country, and I have other co-workers who are women, and we women were on this call, and that gentleman actually, I'm going to be paying him, right? So I'm hiring him.
Yeah.
But he's telling me that I'm so like I'm very excited. I would want to support young women like you, and be a part of your journey.
So patronizing.
I'm like
all right, daddy.
So people talk like that, and I think they feel like this should be. I mean, we should be feeling good about it.
We should applaud.
We should applaud it.
Yeah.
So I didn't hire him.
Good. Yeah, that's the way to go. I like that your show is very relatable. It's not lager than life at all.
Yeah.
I'll stop with the puns now. And I hope the show has a hoppy ending.
Yes.
I hope the viewers can barely contain their excitement and they hop on to social media to write about it.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm out of puns now.
Can you just send these
Yeah,
us?
can you just message
We can use
this
it
to
for our
us?
next few interviews.
Yeah, I'll just text it to you guys.
What was the hop one?
I said hop on to social
Like happy
media.
hours, like hoppy, is that?
Hops,
like hops,
hops.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, so hoppy ending, barley contain their excitement, you can use it.
I didn't know you're going to get so technical. I didn't even expect it's about hops, but I'm impressed.
We started and stopped at please bear with us. That was our beginning and end, and you have taken
I
it
just
to
went
another
all
level.
out, yeah. But I'm happy that you liked this one. And
Amazing.
this was a very interview that gave me a lot of kick. I
Lovely.
hope it doesn't fizzles away. And your rest of your day is as good as this one. Thank you for
Love
this,
it.
Tamannaah. Thank you for this, Diana.
Thank
and
you.
all the best for the show.
Thank you
Thank
so
you so
much.
much.
Thank you.